Well, greetings and welcome back to Layton Brothers Mystery Room Part 5. As always, I'm here with the beautiful and lovely Clariepose.
And I'm here with the beautiful and lovely Adipose.
We are both so beautiful and so lovely. And we are ready to take us into our little trip on murder. Now, I seem to remember that we were looking at a bungled burglary last time.
I do remember the bungled burglary.
And Mr. Layton was, I think, something ridiculous like 96% sure that we'd got it wrong. But we will have to see. Now, we are, I think the case is called The Bungled Burglary. We shall reopen the case from where we left off. Thank you so much, by the way, for all of your comments in the comment section below. Some of you have been giving us your various theories, and I've been chatting with quite a few of you in the comment section. So let's get back into it. Now, have you been remembering your accents?
Yes.
What accent is this character then?
This is your character.
Oh yeah, that one. Okay, right. Well, who do you think did it then? Sorry, I need to press something, don't I? Oh! Does this mean we get a second chance? I think this is rewound a little bit.
Wow.
Well,
now, can we remember who we picked the first time round?
Well, we thought that it was...
We thought it was Buster Nix, didn't we?
We thought it was Chase 'em Downs.
Yes, we thought it was Chase 'em Downs.
Did you say Buster Move?
Buster Nix.
We thought it was Chase 'em Downs, and he said no, and he said no, there's a 97 probability that it's the wife, so we could be a bit sneaky now, and as it's rewound us...
Well, just out of interest, let's see what happens if we click on that.
What, the wife?
Yeah.
What, see if he still tells us we're wrong?
Yeah.
I bet he does.
I bet he does.
Well, interestingly, we can actually choose a man dressed in black, as if that's actually like a fourth option.
Ah.
But interestingly, it says a mystery intruder witnessed by Potsby Man. I thought that the I don't remember her saying that she witnessed an intruder. But anyway, let's try let's go for her then.
Yeah, because she said that's what she saw when he got shot. Ah.
Really, I don't remember her saying that she saw someone. I thought she just came out of the shower and he was dead.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong. No, I mean, obviously the game's telling us to come with that. Anyway, interesting. Well, what brings you to that conclusion?
She were the one that found the body. Once you see it, it makes no sense for that thief Nix to have given a false statement. She's next on the list.
Well, I can't say it's a compelling induction, but I think that you're right to suspect the wife. In fact, I'd say there's a... Oh, scratch my chin, zap my eye, 96.4% chance that you're right.
He's agreeing with us. This has never happened before.
This has never happened before. Granted, we did have to change our answer for him to agree with us.
We did cheat.
But it was accidental cheating, so that's okay. And now I can't skip ahead.
You're pretty sure of yourself again, aren't you, Prof?
Well, there's still an uncomfortable 3.6 band of uncertainty we must eliminate. I'll need to speak directly to the suspect in order to clear up one or two loose ends.
I assume you mean...
Our prime suspect, Miss Goldie Potsby Man.
Aye.
No, it's not officially related to this case. The woman has an extremely worrying history.
Worrying.
She's had... Worrying indeed, yes. She's had 3 previous marriages, every one of which has ended with her... He could have mentioned this before.
He could have. That is extremely worrying.
And I'm not sure I agree with him when he says it's not directly related to this case. I think that might be a fairly important clue that all of her other husbands have died. Update, she's clearly a murderer. She lives a very opulent life off the resulting life insurance. Right. Well, thank you for that extra little clue.
Give over. Talk about leaving a trail.
Talk about missing out a key bit of evidence there, Mr. Layton. Well, the police and the insurance companies investigated the incidents, of course, and but they couldn't find any indication of...
What possible indication of foul play with 3 husbands dying?
Well, let's hang on. Well, you know, we weren't on this case, so you know we're here to save the day.
Maybe she's just dead unlucky.
Oh,
then,
I see what you did there. Dead unlucky. Not as unlucky as he was. Well, hang on. Let's reserve judgment on that until we've met the woman in person. She should be here any minute.
Uh-oh. Do you think she has any idea we're on to her?
Well, we've invited her in for questions. What do you think? To help us with our investigation was the way I put it when I asked her to come in. She probably knows, though.
I guess we'll have to just try and catch her off guard then, eh?
Good. I'll hide behind the left-hand side of the door, you hide behind the right-hand side of the door, and I'll count to 3.
Boo!
Boo! Ha-ha! You did it, didn't you? You murdered someone. Yes, oh, I did. Yes, I don't expect she'll give us much away, but as we home in on the... Oh, crap, I pressed the button before I finished reading.
We're never going to know.
We'll never... I hope that wasn't a clue, because I just... Well, I'm counting on your help, Lucy. Could you make some tea?
If you could finish your sentences, that would be useful.
Well, I finished that one.
Well, it doesn't sound like it's going to be a walk in the park, but I'll do what I can.
Oh! She's here!
Must be her.
Who's going to do this voice? She's going to be kind of like Vixen, sultry, you know, kind of like, you know, hello, type thing.
You did that so well, I think it's going to have to be you.
Am I going to be able to do it? Okay.
Job is all yours.
Okay, well, the next male character is yours then.
Excellent, can't wait.
Good, because I believe she's here.
Ooh.
Oh! Well, looks like you're doing the other guy then. Now, were you the gentleman who requested my presence?
I love the way that you're doing the facial expressions that go with this. No one else is going to benefit from that. But I can see what you're doing.
I needed to do the facial expressions. I'm getting into role.
What the?
Mrs. Goldby Potsby Man? That's my name. A pleasure to meet you, I'm sure.
And who is this fellow with you?
It looks like he's a lion, yeah. Like he's hard. He's like it's like
he is
Aslan.
Lion-O.
It's Lion-O. I was going for Aslan, but Lion-O's far better. In fact, I was talking about Thundercats actually today at work, and we were sort of discussing about how inappropriate it is to have a kids' TV show based around some guy shouting "ho," and how that was never a problem when I was a kid. But looking back, that's wrong. That's really wrong.
Busy day at work, was it?
It was during lunch. It was fine. I'm allowed. But still. Anyway, did you do that line?
Yes, I did that line.
Okay. Well, I would have thought that was perfectly plain. Bing here is my new man!
Watch out, Bing! He could be number 4.
Well, you're doing this.
Is this me?
Oh, that's so manly.
You've got a new fellow already? Your husband's barely cold.
Husband? Oh, yes, right. I did have a husband, that's right.
Talk about unfeeling.
Maybe she's just really, really emotionally messed up.
Or maybe she's just very forgetful. Maybe she has dementia.
Could be forgetful. No one ever thinks of that in murder cases. They're never going to think
Maybe
maybe she's just forgotten she was married and accidentally dated some guy with a dog collar. Or a cat collar.
And what's that you've got round your fellow's neck? A collar?
Isn't it swell? I chose it myself.
This is really not a kid's game.
It's not, is it?
Really not. Whatever's going on between those two that requires him to wear a dog collar is not for under 18s.
In fact, yeah, it's dodgy. Anyway, it's your line again. Excellently done.
Unbelievable. You can't do that.
You can hold his leash if you want.
I beg your pardon?
Well, I do declare the police interfering in a young lady's private affairs of the heart.
No, that's not what I meant at all.
Miss Potsby Man, we fully respect your privacy, and your relationship with this feline is not our concern. However, I wonder if we might ask your cat to go out on the windowsill while we discuss the case.
Bing is my best friend, Inspector. We have no secrets between us. If I stay, he stays.
She commands him like a cat. It's basically like, you know,
heel, stay, fetch.
Wish our cats were that well behaved.
No, like, yes,
it's true. Okay, I'm just going to put out the theory here.
Okay.
Could the murderer be Bing?
Ah, do you reckon he could be the guy dressed all in black?
Cat burglar.
Cat burglar.
Like he's a cat.
Cat burglar.
Well, you know, cat burglars are ones that like climb up on like windowsills and like climb into buildings and high levels. And
I haven't heard of that before.
You've never heard of the phrase cat burglar?
No.
Oh, well, there's something for your Google search of the evening.
Excellent.
Do you think other people have a Google search of the evening?
I had a good one yesterday, by the way.
Oh yeah, what did you say?
I found out why eggs float when they've gone off.
Eggs float when they go off?
Yeah. So I had a discussion at work.
Right.
Whilst you were talking about Thundercats with your colleagues,
Right,
I was talking about eggs floating with my colleagues.
Okay.
So apparently you can tell whether or not an egg's gone off by whether it floats. If it floats, it means it's gone off and you can't eat it.
Oh, hang on, let me see if I can guess it.
Okay.
Okay, so when it's gone off, something ferments inside of it, which makes like an air expansion inside of it, and then the air inside makes it float.
Close.
Okay.
What happens is the shell is semi-porous,
Right.
so over time it allows kind of air and bacteria in.
Yeah.
This rots the yolk and turns it into a gas.
Ooh, nice. Gas.
Which is why eggs smell so bad
That's
when they go
really
off.
off. That's not just like off by a little bit.
No,
That's like the
it's
whole
off,
yolk has
off.
turned into gas.
And then what happens is that, because obviously the gas is lighter than the egg white,
Yeah.
the gas all gets displaced to one side of the egg, which makes an uneven, balanced egg, and the egg is, and that's lighter, which means that it floats in water. And you can also tell whether or not an egg's gone off by spinning it.
Spinning it.
Yes, spinning it. So if the egg is like a normal
Before
egg.
you say this, you do realise now there's going to be like, you know, a few hundred people around the world on YouTube that are going to go and spin all of their eggs and break their. It's just generally wreck the kitchens because they spin. Because hang on, but you know when you spin a pen,
Yeah.
it just goes flying off the table.
I don't think you're supposed to spin the egg that hard.
Oh, what? Just like a
Yeah,
like
just
a
a little polite spin. So
I
if
think that's more turning the egg, isn't it? Okay, so how does turning the egg tell you whether it's
Okay, so if the yolk is not gone off, then it'll be yolk consistency right in the centre of the egg. So you've got a perfectly balanced egg which spins round. If the yolk has gone off and it's turned to gas, then it makes, and that gets displaced up to the top of the egg, which makes it unbalanced.
You didn't do much work today, did you?
This was last night, actually.
Wow, you really did get the signs of eggs. You know what we need now? We need one of these murder cases to be revolving around which was
A
the off
spinning
egg.
egg.
Which was the off egg.
You know
'Cause
what?
we're
Maybe
there.
we should write our own computer game.
We should.
Mhm.
We could call it
The off egg.
the off. No, that would be the case name, wouldn't
Oh,
it?
sorry.
I think it'd have to be, you know, the pose and pose, investigate.
Pardon?
Pose and pose. You know, adipose,
Oh, I
clariepose.
misheard you then.
What do you think I said?
I don't want to repeat it.
Oh, well, I'm afraid I cannot allow information about the case to be revealed to a third party, so please, if you wouldn't mind.
Oh, very well. Schnookums, head along outside. Bingo, home. Go wait for me under the porch.
Is that me?
That's you.
Aroo!
Oh no, sad face. Oh no. Now, boy.
Oh, aroo!
Well, off he goes, banished from our questioning session goes Crazy Catman. And now she's all alone. Thank you. Now allow myself to introduce myself. I've put the word myself twice into this sentence,
many
so if a
times.
little late myself. I'm Inspector Layton.
And I'm Lucy Baker, the prof's assistant.
I think you should put the word plucky in between profs and assistant every time she introduces herself.
And I'm Lucy Baker, the prof's plucky assistant.
Yes. I think it improves it.
And what is it that you want with little old me? I already gave the nice gentleman my statement. Why, everyone knows it was the no-good outlaw who committed this heinous crime.
I think I've missed my calling
You've completely missed your call.
as a woman.
As a woman.
Indeed, as unlikely as it may seem, there's still a number of issues that we still need to clear up.
Oh, really, Inspector?
Well, yes, there are two issues to be precise. First of all, the exact circumstances of the victim's death.
A grim scene.
We've got the heart, that skull heart thing. We need to shatter this
We do.
if we're gonna bust a move. We need to establish whether or not he really was killed by an intruder.
I have already told you. I saw the intruder with my own eyes.
Secondly, there's the intruder's point of entry. I love these little arrows by the side. They're completely useless. I think whoever's not speaking should do the arrows in like a dramatic narrator-style voice.
Which way?
Exactly,
How did he get in?
Exactly how did the culprit enter the flat?
Why, through the window, of course.
The WINDO.
W. Would you like to try that one
I
again?
think I should try that again. The WINDOW.
Well,
Just use your eyes.
you need only look at the scene to know it. Have you even read my statement, Inspector?
Naturally, I've read all the witness statements. It's our job to iron out all of these little details one by one, you see. very slowly and repetitively. That's my job.
With several spelling mistakes.
With several spelling mistakes. I hope you won't mind helping us.
Oh, it would be my pleasure if it helps to bring that murdering outlaw to justice.
Oh, good. So, Lucy, my plucky young assistant, shall we begin our investigation?
Aye, let's get stuck in, Prof.
Are we going to do a reconstruction or some sort of... Where are we going? Where are we going? Oh, deductions. Well, here we are then, ready to make some conclusions.
So, these are the issues we still need to clear up about the case, are they?
Yes, if we can solve these little riddles. Do you remember Little Riddle?
I do remember Little Riddle.
I love Little Riddle.
Me
Guys,
too.
if in the comment section, if you can tell us where Little Riddle comes from, you'll get some bonus respect points from the poses. It will lead us to the truth about what happened.
Why, they're both as plain as day.
Perhaps, but we need to confirm they're as clear-cut as it seems. Lucy, plucky assistant, where do you want to start?
Let's see now.
Okay, well, we have a choice. Nature of attack, method of entry, and whatever the middle one is.
I reckon we should start with nature of attack.
Okay, from left to right then. Well, we can't make any useful deductions until we've established exactly how the victim was
My
killed.
thinking exactly.
What do we know about this one so far? We know it was a sharp object, I think, but all those knives were in place.
Yeah, there was glass.
There was glass, so glass could be the murder weapon. But I don't think we found anything else that was particularly related to that. We should start by examining the body.
Right you are.
Sure, let's start investigating it. I wonder if there are any people ever at that point and go, no, I'm not going to investigate that. So let's implore the scene of the crime. If anything jogs your memory, Miss Potsby man, well, do tell us.
Oh, I'm sure. I don't see the point of all this carry-on when I have already told you who the criminal is.
I'm afraid this is just procedure we always follow, so if you wouldn't mind playing along. All right, Lucy, plucky one, let's get started.
Aye, let's see if we can't find something the killer left behind by mistake.
Am I forgetting? Have we not already searched this?
Yeah, we did this last time though. Don't you not remember we searched the same thing twice?
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Are you sure this little spring chicken is up to the task?
That's
Inspector?
plucky spring chicken to you, mate.
Well, she seems mighty inexperienced, if you know what I mean. Whatever would a poor defenseless young widow like me do if she was falsely accused by a rookie?
No good tenderfoot. What's
Tenderfoot.
a tenderfoot?
I don't know.
Well, Google search number 2 of
Let's
the day.
Google search number 2 of the evening. Tenderfoot.
Oh, please.
Hey, well, there's no need for concern. I'll be keeping a close eye on my plucky young assistant to make sure everything is done in the proper way. Investigate the body. Okay then, there's the body. In we go. Okay, we have seen these before, but let's have a look. French window opens out the balcony. Broken glass scattered onto the floor inside. It was unlocked, and all the fingerprints have been wiped off, which implies there were fingerprints on it. But whoever there has kind of cleaned
It also suggests that the window's been broken from the outside in.
Yes.
Not necessarily, but usually.
But she could have that could have been her attempt to cover it up by opening the door, going outside and smashing it. So I think that's, whilst I agree with you, I think it's inconclusive. Let's zoom in. Corpse and broken glass. Let's have a look at the glass. Shards of glass that exploded all over the flat when the window was smashed. Considerable force must have been used, throwing pieces on top of the body even. Do you remember how, though, we also said that this probably implied that the glass was broken after the guy was killed? Well, here he is, the victim's dead body, fatally stabbed in the back. No other signs of external injury are in evidence. Well, right. I think you've established the cause of death now, haven't you?
Aye, you were fatally stabbed.
Skewered in one. I need a different, like, narrator voice from, like, narratory type things. What's a good narrator voice? It's like BBC style, isn't it? Skewered in one.
I thought it had to be, like, really dramatic.
Dramatic? Well, okay, like, look, skewered in one.
Exactly like
Okay.
that.
That kind of hurts my voice, though, but yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
And yet, Nix wasn't found carrying a likely murder weapon, so...
So it must have been disposed of somewhere here in the room.
Hidden from view. We whacked it with those.
Well, I do declare that murdering thief just cast aside his deadly weapon right here in my home.
Dirty, rotten scoundrel.
Dirty, dirty, rotten.
You know nothing.
And am I to understand that you have no idea what the murder weapon even is? Do you know what you're doing, Inspector?
Unreliable. Incapable.
You know nothing. Wow, she's whacking us with those arrows. Please, please, be patient. We seem incompetent now, but later we'll seem really good. Lucy, we need to locate the murder weapon.
I'll track it down for you, Prof. Don't you worry. I'm your plucky young assistant.
I do believe you two need a helping hand. The thief fled over the balcony. Maybe look there?
Okay, well, she's given us a helping hand. Let's head to the balcony, I guess. How do I go with it? Oh, did we look at that window before? Or is that not the window? Oh, it was the cupboard.
It's
Either
the
way,
cupboard.
let's go and investigate the towel a little closer, shall we? Maybe it's under the bloodstained towel. We can't say that the bloodstained towel is the weapon. A towel stained with the victim's blood that belonged to Potsby and his wife and is normally kept inside the flat, unless the weapon is like under the towel.
Yeah. Or unless it was what I said before, and the person put the towel over his hand, smashed the window, and the glass killed him.
It's possible. Can we twist around when we're at it now? Are there any other angles we can get on the balcony?
Can't see any.
That does seem to be all that's out here. Oh, hang on. What about down the other end? Can I get anything here? Well, other than that, we've searched the whole place, haven't we? We did the cupboard, we did the sink. And there was a definite hint about the balcony there.
What about... No.
We could just say that it was the clock, for funsies. Fingerprints belonging to the victim and his wife and the warden were identified on the handle. Key was kept inside the flat. I'm a bit confused with this game now about whether it says, when it says, you know, try that, whether it's actually trying to be helpful or whether it's trying to be
What happens when you now just click on the word balcony? Oh, that, okay.
An uninviting concrete balcony. The flat in question is on the first floor above ground level, but a determined intruder can gain entrance to the premises this way. Should we just say the murder weapon is the balcony? Well, should we go with the bloodstained towel
Yeah,
and see
I
if
think
there's something underneath it? Let's go for that. Okay, this is the weapon.
Now, honey.
Oh, yeah, we got that wrong.
Now, honey, you surely cannot stab someone with such a curious item.
Plain to see.
You do know that, right?
I just slipped up, that's all.
Well, see, it was all confusing.
How about the window?
You want to say that the window is the murder weapon?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the murder weapon.
Now, honey, surely you cannot stab someone with such a curious item. You do know that, right?
Of course you can stab someone with glass.
Of course you can stab someone with glass. We could stab her with glass. Right, well, she's now completely thrown us off with this stupid balcony stuff. Oh, hang on, now we've got some ticks in various places. Well, there was those knives by the kitchen drawers.
Yeah.
I mean, these are the only sharp things
yeah, I
around.
reckon
Should
we
we just try
them.
these?
Yeah, try them.
This is the weapon.
There's some kitchen knives here, Prof. Could be the job.
The murder weapon. That would be consistent with the long, thin blade that forensics tells us the victim was stabbed with.
Aye, you were skewered with one of these, all right in the middle of his back.
No question. Well, no, sadly not. That's not the weapon we're looking for.
Oh, why not?
Well, an officer has already found those knives, and forensic has examined them for traces of blood. None was found. In fact, they look almost brand new. I'd say the inhabitants of this flat rarely cooked.
So you mean forensics have already been here and found the murder weapon?
Well, I didn't tell you about her dead husbands, but why did I tell you about this?
Now, Inspector, whether we cooked for ourselves or not is surely none of your business.
Speak for yourself. Oh, pity. I thought I was on to something with that.
I'm beginning to feel like you'll never find the murder weapon at all.
Waste of effort. 2 glass eyes. What?
2 glass eyes. That's harsh. You know when someone has like a glass eye,
And he's got 2.
and then they've got 2. On the contrary, we'll most certainly find it, Lucy. Let's keep looking. Right. Okay. Well, let's go through this in order. It's not going to be the kitchen.
No. Anything in the swing bins?
Says no. Swing bins, I think, said they're empty, contain nothing of evidence. Let's check in the fridge again. I don't think he was killed with beer. That would be weird. Let's head over to... Let's check the table. Chairs. He probably wasn't stabbed with a chair. Yep, still more bit tables and stuff. What else have we got? The bath. Was he stabbed with the bathtub? No, I don't think it was that. No. Interestingly, there's no traces of blood here. So one of the guys on the comments section was very nice to kind of suggested that maybe the wife did it and then washed off the blood. But I think that clue there would suggest that that didn't happen because they would have found some sort of traces of blood if that was the case, I think. Could he have been stabbed with a toothbrush?
Some stabbing if a toothbrush is given them.
Stabbed with some card? Like, you know, those paper cuts can really hurt. Stabbed with something nasty in the toilet? No, it's extremely dirty. Killed by bad hygiene? It could happen. Oh, interestingly, the table isn't getting a tick on it.
No, you're right. We missed something. Maybe he's been stabbed with a chair. Like a chair leg.
Oh, now it's got to go. I just need to look at the chair. Let's go to the cupboard again then. There just isn't a murder weapon around.
Maybe he's been stabbed with a chair leg.
You think he was stabbed with a chair? You want to try the stair to the chair? Okay.
I mean, I see it's unlikely, but so is a memo pad.
Okay, let's say, from Clarie's suggestion, I would like to add that he was stabbed with a chair.
Now, honey, you cannot stab someone with a curious item. You do know that, right?
Plain to see! Do you think at some point the game's going to have pity on us and be like, the murder weapon is over here? Right, well, we're actually running out of places to
Yeah,
look.
we are.
Was he stabbed with the telephone? No, he wasn't stabbed with the telephone. Where is it? We've looked everywhere. The bed? Was he stabbed with the bed? Bed. Stabbed with the television? Roscoe. I don't think you can stab someone with a TV. You can't stab someone with a bed. Seriously. Interestingly, the victim himself, unless it's the broken glass. Oh, are we being thick? We just need to pick the broken glass.
Awesome.
Awesome. Brilliant. Well,
in my defence, I did say it was the broken glass.
Well, you didn't say click there, click broken glass. And in fact, we were put off by the fact that she said, hey, go on the balcony.
These shards of glass are pretty sharp, Prof.
No, but sadly, we're not. Well, you mean one of the larger ones could have made a makeshift weapon?
Please, can we film this again?
Sorry?
Can we film this again?
No, I think sadly we just need to realise that we were shy. We were not very good. Right.
That's what I was thinking, aye.
Yes, the investigating officers had the same idea. So did forensic. In fact, everyone knew that this was the murder weapon except us.
We guessed the towel, the toothbrush,
We did.
the chair leg.
You know, sometimes I'm
ignored.
glad that the iPad isn't really alive. It's because it would just be sitting there going, so it's a sharp weapon, and you picked the towel.
So it's the sharp weapon lying next to the body.
And you went outside and picked the towel, and then and then we picked the chair. I don't know why we're laughing. It's embarrassing. Oh, there we go.
Oh, hey up! Here comes a butt.
Well, but none of the shards match the size and shape of the victim's wound.
I knew it.
The murder weapon sharp
It was the
shards.
toothbrush all
Worth the
along.
shard. It was the toothbrush all along. I was about to say it wasn't this.
Oh my, what terrible bad luck.
What a pity. Ma! Such a shame.
Ma, indeed. Well, keep looking, Lucy. What else could have been used?
No, it wasn't the glass then.
When is all this carry-on going to end? My heart, my poor heart, surely can take much more. The police have already turned around my home upside down and found no trace of a murder weapon. Surely you should be looking on the grounds where that murdering outlaw was caught instead.
Well, we've already completed a thorough search of the surrounding area.
Then that wicked man must have swallowed it, mustn't he?
Down in one. Gulp.
That's true, we didn't search the insides of the victim.
No, we didn't.
Or indeed other people.
What, a knife stuck down his throat? Give over.
Give over.
Now don't tell me you've never seen a sword swallower before.
Perhaps we should take a step back and examine the facts we know about the murder weapon again. Lucy, there were no other obvious signs of physical trauma in the victim, correct? What does that tell you? He was stabbed in the back and has no other wounds, so... That he was stabbed totally out of the blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, totally out of the blue. Totally.
Totally.
Exactly.
If he's no other injuries and he was stabbed in the back, I'd say you were caught totally unawares.
No defence, no idea. I couldn't agree more.
So we can be fairly certain the victim were killed in a surprise attack.
Oh, my poor Jack! That cowardly thief murdered him without even looking him in the eye.
You didn't even remember him 10 minutes ago.
She didn't. But she now is calling him a yellow belly. To go with, was it padfoot, flatfoot, something, paddlefoot, soft foot. The thing that was on, you couldn't know that, but you know the thing.
The man is beyond contempt.
Well, that would be nothing short of a miracle. After all, we're talking about a complete stranger entering the room.
Aye, there's no way he wouldn't... is this me saying this?
Sorry?
Is this me saying this?
Yes.
Aye, there's no way he wouldn't have put up a fight. That make no sense at all.
Try to stop him, an intruder.
Oh, we've got a bit of that heart.
She got dented by that. Why did that dent her?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Poor Jack. He must have drifted off to sleep in front of the television. My poor honey did that a lot.
Completely exhausted.
That must be the reason why he did not notice the murderous villain breaking into the apartment.
Well, we're piecing together the final moments of poor Jack here. Well, that's an interesting new piece of information. We'll file it as a witness statement if you don't mind. I'll say that's more or less all we can deduce about the circumstances of death at this stage. Questioning session over! Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us in this part 5 of Layton Brothers Mystery Room. As always, if you have enjoyed it, then do please give the video a like. And if you haven't seen the future, then you're more than welcome to join in with guesswork in the comment section. But please don't give us some spoilers because we're quite enjoying our little blind playthrough. Thank you very much to Clarie for joining me on this little thing.
No, thank you, Addy.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, anyway. And please do subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you real soon in part 6. Please do check out the other videos on the channel. If you've enjoyed this, you'll probably enjoy the Ace Attorney series as well. But if not, we'll be back probably over the weekend with the next episode. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.